Alright, we are back.
Do as you please.
Also, I just realized something. Out of all the retainers and all the retainers and all the retainers and all the candidates, only Cruciate has one. Only Cruciate is the only one to actually properly respond to their retainer. Anastasia doesn't properly respond. Priscilla doesn't. So doesn't Felt. Emilia does later on, but not for a while. After Cruciate bold answered, Priscilla replies in a abusive way. Then,
While we're on the subject, Half-Devil, you answer the question as well.
her attack next turned to Emilia.
I'm going along with Subaru, so...
After all this, simply going along with your jester next to you would be absurd. Don't tell me you actually intend to say something so foolish. True, this gathering began at his behest. However, the master must bear the responsibility of the servant. You have a responsibility to make your own statement. Now that you understand that, answer again. Why would you make such an effort for the sake of an imposter?
Priscilla's questioning is brutal, but it's true that it can't be ignored. Felt, Anastasia, and Cruciate all came up with different answers on their own. Emilia needs to come up with her own answer too. Under such questioning, Emilia gently placed a hand over her chest.
I lived for a long time in the forest of my homeland. I was there with Puck, and that was enough for me. But one day, Roswell came to the forest, saying he'll let me join the royal selection. When I left the forest for the first time and got taken to the manor, there was so much I didn't know. I caused so much trouble for Ram and Rem. She isn't here right now, but there's a girl named Beatrice who gets along really well with Puck. And I wanted to get along with her too, but she was always getting mad at me too. And lots of stuff happened. After deciding to join the royal selection, I met the other candidates. And it made me think of how much I needed to get my act together. Everyone was really amazing, with such strong ideals. So I thought I needed that strength too. I must have made a mistake because I was so preoccupied by that thought. I made such a big mistake at the royal capital. I had no idea what to do. I agonized over it, panicked, and then... I met Subaru.
Mealy.
With Subaru's help, I renewed my resolve at the estate. And now, I'm standing here like this in the royal capital. Lots of meetings and experiences shaped who I am now. And I'm different from when it was just me and Puck in the forest. That's why I don't want my meeting with Melty and everyone to end with just a brief encounter. I want to talk it out and understand. If I need to help them first in order to accomplish that, that's what I want to do. No, that's what I will do, after all. If I don't do this right, I'll have this really hazy feeling in my chest troubling me.
You lost steam right at the end!
But that's how I honestly feel.
Emilia's face turns red as she objects. A moment later, the air in the room relaxes. The rigid atmosphere from before has come undone, and I feel the tension waver. Then...
Princess, isn't that enough?
Al?
I get you have a lot to say about the princess's attitude, but that's just her personality.
Al, do not speak as though you understand me. I am not so shallow as to be seen through by a jester.
I know. And because I do, let me say something as if I know. Just guessing, but you already came up with a solution, didn't you?
What?
By solution, you mean for Melty? Priscilla, is that true?
For a mere jester, you have said more than enough.
Sorry. Am I about to lose my head?
If I hadn't heard their stories beforehand, I would have cut off your head with no mercy.
Saying so, Priscilla looks around the room, gazing at the royal candidates, including Emilia. Her words and behavior are evidence that Priscilla was impressed, at least somewhat, by Emilia and everyone's words. Maybe that means she is finally beginning to respect them.
So then, Priscilla Boreal, how do you intend to save Melty Pristis?
You should already know the answer. We will require that blue healer there.
Me? I mean, I'll give it a try if it can really be resolved with healing magic, but we've already established that that wouldn't work.
Fool. That is because you only see the easy path.
Easy path. I doubt Ferris would.
You must revise the way you think. If her throat is blocked by some power, we simply need to open it.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, I get it.
Wait, what?
I clapped my hands as an idea flashes in my mind from Priscilla's words, and felt reacting surprise. All eyes turned towards me, but even I find myself astonished by the idea. I finally made the connection after watching Priscilla, seeing her rub her fingers on her throat to explain.
An incision in the esophagus. No, surgical removal? Regardless, doing surgery should resolve this.
By surgery, you mean using a blade to cut something out of the body?
Yeah, that. It requires a sanitary place and tools, though. If we get those, maybe?
Don't lose confidence right at the end.
No, it's just that I don't know. I'm not much of an expert when it comes to medical science.
I jumped by Priscilla's word because I didn't have that idea before, but I also have no idea about advanced medical techniques.
A surgery to open a blocked esophagus would mean cutting open the throat, opening the esophagus, then watching over time to make sure it doesn't close up again.
While it isn't impossible, this does not seem like something we can deal with immediately. And there may be a chance she could pass away during the operation.
Yeah, guess you're right. But if we could do something about that...
Allow me to make one correction, Subaru Natsuki.
Cruche?
It seems you are struggling to determine whether this is possible, but there is no need for that. Because
I can do it.
Ferris.
I can make it so she doesn't die during the work. I've never done things like cutting and opening, though, so it still wouldn't be easy.
In that case, I can assist. With my spirits, I can at least help you.
Julius volunteered to assist, and faint light floats around him.
Julius is a spirit arts user. Those are his contract spirits.
Same as Mealy, huh? Damn copying bastard.
I can hear you. Anyway, what do you think, Ferris?
If you help Julius, Fairy would be reassured. But it's still not enough. To put it simply, this work has to be done alongside healing, so we need at least one more.
In that case, I recommend Ram.
Recommend Ram Ram? Are you serious?
Serious beyond serious, very serious. You may be uneasy, Subaru, but nobody beats Ram when it comes to finger dexterity, you know.
You honor me, Lord Roswell.
That's... Wait, really?
Thinking back on Ram's work at the estate, I pondered the real meaning behind Roswell's remark. It's hard to fully understand because Ram does most of the work at the manor, but there's no mistaking that Ram is pretty handy. Above all,
If Sister helps, we can rest assured.
Your praise is flattering, although it is warranted.
Ram is blindly devoted when it comes to Ram, but they are clearly genuine with one another.
Ram Ram, can you really do it?
A stupid question. Of course I can. It is at Lord Roswell's request, after all. Or do you not trust me?
Oh, okay, I trust you. Ferris will be the surgeon, while Ram and Julius are support. Would these three work?
You know I can't tell you I'm completely confident I can do this, right?
Well, it would be pretty cool if you said that and it worked out.
Brilliant!
Ooh!
With puffed cheeks, Ferris doesn't object to our wild laughter, but anyway, now...
The conditions are fulfilled.
That's great and all, but I feel like we're left out. Hey, cat ears, would Reinhardt be useful for something? I appreciate the sentiment, but Reinhardt is unsuitable by nature. You know, since he sucks mana from around him.
That is the reason I'm forbidden from entering places where healing magic is being used.
Guess you won't be any help then.
My apologies.
Bold of you to treat Reinhardt like a useless character. Also, Reinhardt, don't feel bad. I have a little request specifically for you later.
Understood. I would be happy for an opportunity to restore my honor.
Reinhardt nodded at my words. It's a request with high stakes, though.
But you did it, Subaru. Now,
Yeah, we finally reached the starting line.
I clenched my fist and nodded to a smiling Amelia. All that's left is to use the established lineup to try and find the answer.
Commoner, I am not finished asking questions yet.
Just then, Priscilla makes a move to throw cold water on our plan one last time.
You sure are persistent. I'm grateful for the advice earlier, but should I assume this is another prelude to that?
Do not be so insolent as to test me. I will not go along as you will. I simply do what I wish, until I reach my own understanding. The matter is settled. The personnel are assembled. Success or failure relies only on your efforts now. Yet after carrying it this far, I still ask you, why do you seek to help them?
We already talked about that. It's because they...
No. This is disregarding your intentions. Why do you assume that they desire help?
What?
With the blue, the finest, and that demon girl, the surgery to cut her throat open may be possible. That is, if the subject is cooperative. How are you so sure she would not refuse? Have you even considered for a moment that your hand extended in assistance will be rejected? This goes to show your arrogant disposition in presuming to think you must save her.
With the last burn of Priscilla's questioning aimed at me, I opened my mouth immediately to reply, but I can't find a word to say.
Did I rain on your parade? You are a mere jester after all, worthless to even question.
Ending with a cold tone, Priscilla stands from her seat.
Al, we are leaving now. There is nothing more to gain here.
I don't mind, but shouldn't we wait to hear his answer?
That won't happen. No answer will be coming out of that one. This fool got carried away by the situation. And when pressed to deal with it in the end, he cannot even see the reality of the light that illuminates his own hand. An answer from such a fool would surely be nothing but an imitation in livery.
Priscilla!
Her words hit me like a cold blade, and I call out to her back, call out to her back to stop her as she tries to leave. Slowly, this crimson beauty turns around. I sense scorching heat in her eyes, and for a moment, my shoulder trembles with an illusion of pain. But I fight it off immediately and grit my teeth at Priscilla.
I don't have an answer for you right now that would satisfy you. You're right. I got carried away, so preoccupied with trying to deal with the events as they happened. I don't even know why I pushed this so hard.
Subaru.
But I have a reason to keep going. Part of it being because I want to help them. I don't know if they'll reject my helping hand, but I'd still extend it nonetheless. I'll extend my hand. And if they don't take it...
If they do not take it, what?
I'll grab them by the neck, save them, then convince them afterward. When lives are in danger like this, it's stupid to argue over whether they can be saved or whether to save them. All that nonsense can wait until after they're saved. Complain as much as you want after everyone is safe, including everything that couldn't be said before. That's what I'm gonna do. So my answer to your question will be clear once everything is over.
I say disappointedly, thrust my finger at Priscilla. In the room, only my excited breathing echoes out. The silence continues for a while, but slowly breaks.
You truly have the perseverance of a jester.
How rude.
As I thought, I did not procure the answer I wished for. However, I can deem that acceptable.
Priscilla turns her back. She pulls her fan from her cleavage and then makes a whooshing sound as she snaps it open.
In any case, it seems I will have my answer tomorrow. Regardless of the conclusion, all will unfold as I desire. The world exists for my sake, after all.
Wow, she really stole the show there.
Miss Priscilla is quite the relentless woman. I thought I knew that already, but she made it all the more clear.
That said, without her opinion, it's highly possible we wouldn't have found a solution. Thinking about it that way, I can't complain.
Opening the esophagus with surgery, in a world with advanced healing magic, this is quite the unconventional solution. I should have come up with the idea. If I did, Priscilla wouldn't have been so big on talking.
No, she's gonna talk big anyway. With her big attitude and big breasts.
Subaru, I know she isn't present, but if you go any further, I'll have to stop you.
Sorry. I can't help it when I'm with only guy friends.
As I walk alone with Reinhardt on the nighttime street, I can't help but feel different from usual. Of course, it's plenty enjoyable being with Amelia and Rem, but guy friends are different.
I only feel this way when I'm hanging out with you or Tiga.
It's an honor to be among the selection. In any case, how do you think Tiga will react to all this?
His goal is Melty. As long as we can assure her safety, he would cooperate with us. I think.
Subaru, I didn't mention this earlier, but if Julius and I charge into the church, we could likely resolve it then and there. Naturally, the opponent would likely resist. However, we should have the power to suppress them. Then
you could resolve it without any casualties on our side? Isn't there a chance of them killing you?
No.
Whoa!
I am not only saying this because I am talking to a friend. I would not lose. That's why I can make this suggestion.
The tone of the words is uncharacteristic of Reinhardt. No, it's a confidence that only Reinhardt could be forgiven for. Confidence that he would absolutely never lose, no matter the opponent. That's the Sword Saint Reinhardt.
But that only goes for your body. What about injury to your heart?
Wounds can heal.
Does that make it okay to get hurt? Not for me. My imagination's good enough for stuff like that. So no thanks. If I'm going to do something, I want to win. And aim for a perfect victory while I'm at it. If I've got cheat codes,
yeah, and Reinhardt's a cheat code.
I don't want a hard fight or suffering. I think it's best if I can just skip through and clear it. So don't try to go and get yourself hurt. There's nothing but pain in that.
Literally, Reinhardt cannot get hurt.
And if you can make my job... I see. I understand. Easier, I would be happy to get on board. To tell the truth, this sword at my hip is unexpectedly heavy.
I'm sure. Of course a big sword like that wouldn't be light.
Yes. That's right. It's exactly as you say.
Reinhardt's suggestion is, well, probably his way of being considerate. To gain the very best result, a lot of sacrifice has to be paid. Even then, there's no guarantee of obtaining results. If that's the case, he would go himself. He could simply bring back the simple good result. That was Reinhardt's suggestion. How many situations like this has he had to overcome? I really think to myself that maybe that's why he felt it's so fitting for Reinhardt. That strong-willed felt could do a flying kick to the back of his her knight when he tries to stop at good, sending him to best.
What formidable people.
Did you say something?
No, it's just that you guys seem troublesome once the royal selection starts.
That's rather hasty. However, yes, that's right. I promise to fulfill the role of worthy opponent. You are going to learn to hate my tenacity.
I don't want to promise like that!
Mr. Natsuki!
Is that?
Over here! I'm over here!
Oh, there he is. And right on time.
Oh, actually, you're very late, Mr. Natsuki. How long did you intend to make me wait in this cold?
For now, I'll just say sorry.
For now? You definitely don't mean it at all, do you?
Subaru? Who is he?
This guy's Otto. As you can see, he's a traitor with bad luck.
You're saying I look like I have bad luck? No, I'm sorry. I got too carried away. You're... red hair, blue eyes, and a sword at your hip? Could you be...
Oh, you know him? Well, you are a merchant, so I guess you would be well informed.
Are you an idiot? It's less common not to know someone so famous. The Sword Saint. He's the Sword Saint Reinhardt, right?
Indeed. I am the currently appointed Sword Saint, Reinhardt van Estrella. However, if you're a friend of Subaru, I'd prefer it if you keep it casual and call me Reinhardt.
It's hard to be casual when I'm this worked up.
Well, just get used to it over time. I have something I need you guys to do.
Yes, you're right. I'll take my time and... Huh? Me and Mr. Reinhardt?
Could this be the opportunity for me to regain my honor you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, exactly it. Wait, did I not tell you, Otto?
You didn't tell me anything! I only came here because I was told there was something even more lucrative for me than the oil buyout.
It may be a bit forward of me to say this when we only just met, but it seems you're far too kind, Otto. You should put yourself first more.
You being here is the reason I'm so flustered right now.
Stop making such a fuss. Just quietly accept your fate.
That sounds like something a villain would say. I heard a slave trader say that before.
While that's an interesting story, we should prioritize the required story here. So, Subaru, what do I need to do with him?
Yeah, to explain that, I actually have one more guest. He should be coming soon.
Are you looking for me?
Ah! A monster!
What's with this youngster? Treating me like I'm some ghost. How rude.
Anyone would react like that if a giant suddenly appeared out of a back alley.
Mr. Rom, did Subaru make an appointment with you too?
Oh, it's Reinhard. I didn't think it would actually be you, but you can definitely get the job done. You sure are good at giving work to other people, kid.
I think that's about 90% of my strength as a person.
That's a sad ratio.
Shut up. I'm at peace with it. More importantly, Old Man Rom, did you figure out what I asked for?
Don't rush me. I had to go around a lot of old contacts. It's good grief. Don't work an old man so hard.
Okay. I'll give you my best shoulder rub later. So, could you tell us the story?
About the aftermath of Fardar? It seems like our thinking was correct. As expected, they weren't wiped out. They were probably taken somewhere. This just happens to be a coincidence too, but...
But what?
Despite Fardar being destroyed years ago, within the last year, several Evil Eyes were put on the market.
Wait a second. Evil Eyes on the market? You mean...
The Evil Eye tribe's powers lie in their evil eyes. For those who believe that, there are times when only the eyes themselves have value.
The wrinkle on Old Man's face deepens, and I'm suddenly struck speechless. Fardar, Melty's solemn homeland, in a place where the Evil Eye tribe lived. Seeing how their homeland was destroyed and they were taken away, I figured they weren't living in peace, but...
What was the source of the Evil Eyes?
You're a lucky guy, youngster. One of my acquaintances just happened to be involved in the Evil Eye trade. I have an idea where it is.
What kind of connection is that?
If you want my information, don't ask questions like that.
All right, I got it.
I have no question on Old Man Rom on his shady background right now. What I need is...
Reinhard, Otto, thanks to Old Man Rom, we found the source of our future worries. I want to leave it to you guys. Is that all right?
Of course I don't mind. From what I heard, their acts are inhumane. I cannot stand by silently.
I don't know too much about these things, but is this one of those now that you know type deals?
Nice joke.
This definitely isn't a laughing matter, is it? But I understand. As Reinhard said, I may be a cold-blooded merchant, but I still know there are some lines that shouldn't be crossed.
Cold-blooded? Who are you talking about?
Didn't you hear me clearly refer to myself?
Be at ease. I was listening. Otto, having you as a companion is reassuring.
I see. That's good.
This guy's easy to please.
If Reinhard and this youngster are going, I'll go as well. While I have no acquaintances from the Evil Eye tribe, if fellow demi-humans are suffering, I can't leave it be.
Okay, Roger. Then I'll leave the Fardar Evil Eye tribe to you three.
Yeah, leave it to us.
There's no turning back. We're all sharing the same lot now. Let's make this go well and secure a better future.
All right, good spirit. Reinhard, I'm counting on you. You guys really are the last hope.
Understood. Subaru, you be careful too.
Yeah, hearing you loud and clear.
With a voice of encouragement for myself, I look at this nice guy and settle my resolve for this match. The decisive battle is tomorrow. I'm sure tomorrow will be the longest day of my life. With that, I'll be ending today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Oh shoot, that's the final save slot.